Yeah, welcome back to my class. Today we want to look at variables, right? So what is a variable? A variable is a name memory location that your program can manipulate. Now, when we look at the concept of our RAM that we have been using in teaching C, a variable is a messenger that goes into the data type RAM to get value. And then the compiler is going to allocate memory space for that messenger to stay, depending when the CPU is going to use that data inside that memory location. That is basically it. So we have integer, which is a data type. We have character, which is also a data type. These are RAMs, and there are many more RAMs, right? Now, I want a variable to go to this int RAM to get value. And I can give any name to my variable, but I mustn't use the keywords that are in C for my variable. Int is a keyword, character is a keyword. C has about 32 keywords for the standard C, the ANSI C, but subsequently, other version of C, more keywords has now been added, right? But you can't use any of them for a variable name. So let's say I create a variable A. This is a variable, right? And I want this A to go to the integer RAM to get a value. So the first thing I will do is I'm going to create A. Now to create A in C, we call it to declare. You have to declare the A first before you can assign a value to it. So the first thing I will do is I will say int A. This is me creating the variable A, right? And then I want to assign a value to it. I will now say A, assign 10. This is just telling you that this is a statement and this is the end of that statement. So this is the end of the statement. So I have created A, which is a variable, and this A is a messenger that should go to the integer RAM to get a value. Now I am assigning 10 as a value, which is a literal, to what? To this, my variable. Now the compiler will see this variable and then create a memory location for this variable, which is a messenger. And the value in that memory location will be what? 10. Pending when the CPU that will receive an instruction to use this 10, right? That is simply what this class is all about. Now, there are many other ways you can name a variable. I can give it char. I can say char, and I will give it, I can give it, if I want to, if I change this to A, then this one will have to be what? B. It's just holding a character, right? I have to change this data type, meaning I'm sending this messenger, which is A, to the character RAM to get one character. So as we move on, you are going to see I am going to create other variables that we are going to use. So just know that a variable is a name location in your memory that will house a value that your program is going to manipulate, is going to use. That is what this class is about. It's a messenger that goes to the data type RAMs. So when you hear a concept like driverless car, there's really no such thing as that. Because when you say driver, right, this is a variable. Now, what was the type of this variable? Initially, it was human. Initially, it was human. Now, what we have as driver, the type is what? AI. So the driver is a variable. The driver is a variable, but this variable is going to the human realm, right, to get the value. While this one is going to the AI realm to get the value. So when even if you don't see anybody behind the steering, there is still something that is driving that car, and that is AI. Now, having understood this, you will now be able to know how this AI is functioning like a human being to get the car moving. So it's not driverless. There is somebody behind the steering, right? But you might not be seeing the person, but the thing is there driving the car. So that is just by the way that I had to introduce in to demonstrate this for you to see. Now, when you declare a value like this and you say int A, then you now come, or like this one now, char A, then you now come and you say A and you assign 10.5 to it. The compiler will throw you an error because this is a float. So you are simply saying that I have created my, like in this one here, you are saying that I've created my variable A, which is a messenger that I'm assigning to this int rem to collect a value. And then you are giving a value of 10.5 to it. How did it get to float rem to collect this value? So the compiler is going to throw you an error. So in the next class, I'm going to show you how the compiler is able to know that this is wrong in terms of the syntax to throw you the error. So that is what I'll be showing you in the next class, and that is what token. So till we see in the next class. Bye-bye.